Thank you for joining us for our very first podcast. Today we had the opportunity to sit with Bradley Willis. He is the owner of rchopshop. So if you're into the Redcat Lowriders, this is the podcast to listen to. We go over all of the new products he has coming out in 2025. We also have some other interesting conversations. I really hope you enjoy the podcast. Please remember to like, subscribe, and comment below. If you want to add anything or if you have any questions for Bradley, we'll be linking all of his info on the bottom. Enjoy the podcast. Oh, we with our Work Hard Supply Co brand, we do everything trades. So I have an electrician shirt that says "Switches be tripping."
Yeah.
And then I have a hat that says "Support your local electrician."
Yeah.
But we do like everything with like support your local stuff. We have like support your local like Overlander for off-road shows, support your local HVAC tech, support your local everything.
So love the electrical joke shirts though.
Yeah.
I love those.
Yeah. Uh-huh. So we're already recording. So like I said, just make sure your microphone is
picking me up.
Yeah.
Here?
Well, I'm not listening to it anymore, but just so that your voice kind of I guess I can keep this on so I can hear you. If you trail off, I'll let you know.
Gotcha.
So cool. Yeah, this is for me for this podcast, the Work Hard RC podcast is podcast number 1. And today we have the owner of rchopshop, Mr. Bradley Willis.
What up? Right on.
So this podcast right now, the way I have it set up is mobile. So we came to you in your area. I came here also because I have an event. So that's part of the reason that we were able to schedule
Pretty
it. Pretty
cool though.
Yeah, it works out.
I'm right around the corner.
Yeah, and the backdrop isn't so bad. We're in a nice little hotel room, but I made it dressed it up as best I could.
Looks good. Looks all right. What was the picture?
I took it down. It was a mirror.
It was a mirror?
Yeah, there was a picture back there. I thought about doing that one, but I know people were looking at that tree and I don't know, thinking we're like being romantic. I don't know.
Nah, man, none of that. Yeah, leave that over there. Leave that over there.
Yeah, so I wanted to get you on because I wanted to talk about, just your life, how you got started in the business, how you got started in RCs, and just, kind of tell me about yourself. So we'll start with that. If you're going to want to tell us, your background as far as RC and how you kind of got into the world.
Well, I've been doing a little model car hoppers since T-slides, man. I've been doing this for a long time. I done watched everybody, Jevries. I done watched a couple of guys do some things, and I've always been pretty creative like that. So I've been doing this since I was like I remember probably about 15, 14. And I got real deep into it. We started molding arms and using servos. It was pretty nice. It was pretty tight. I remember having my first apartment. And that's all I had was a whole table full of just T-slides and hangers and shit.
So how long ago was that? Like what year are we talking?
My first apartment? Man. I got it when I was 17. That was probably... don't make me say that.
Oh, I was born in 84, so
okay.
If it's anywhere near like that, then you're good.
Yeah, nah, we ain't gonna talk about it. It was a long time ago. It was a long time ago.
All right. So these parts you were doing, were they like parts you just like? How'd you make them? How'd you get started in that?
Just watching everybody do them, and we used to have little hop offs and things like that, and just watching everybody just do their thing, watching Jevries. That's when I got into molding the arms and stuff, when I started watching Jevries and the servos. But and then I kind of phased out of that a little bit. We got to as a matter of fact, I did the die-cast cars for a little while. I don't know if you remember those, but those had like crazy hydraulics on them. Like we used like hinges from Home Depot. Oh, it was crazy. It looked real big super springs. Oh, it was crazy.
Oh, I don't know those. I know I had this like little plastic one that had like a little remote that came out of it. I have it still, but the motor doesn't work. I gotta get it fixed.
Nope, they were die-cast heavy ass cars, and they used to sit like this high because we had big hinges. I'm talking about big hinges on them, and they used to hit the switches pretty good.
Oh man, I'm gonna find a picture of those. If only I knew the year.
You know what? I'm gonna send you a picture of it. I'm gonna send you a picture. I have one at my house still. I'm gonna send you a picture. It looked crazy. Yeah, they look crazy.
Let me see. You got this right here. Oh look, I think we found some YouTube hopping cars. I'll have to bring that up later. Yeah. So, but like when I say like how'd you like mold? Like for me, in the industries I've come from, you got like CNC, you got guys who are machinists, you got all that. Like, were you machining parts back then?
No.
Or you just kind of how are you making the parts?
No, I just I can draw a little bit, so I draw them all up, and no, I don't machine. I don't have that. That machine is expensive, man.
No, I know those machines, those Haas machines go for like $100,000. I know.
So no, I just have a pretty good imagination.
Yeah.
That's what I say.
Okay.
I've been like tinkering with everything. I was raised building Legos and shit that. So
that'll do it.
That'll do it. Definitely. Like we put motors in those Lego cars and shit. I had little races at school. Man, it was crazy. So yeah, I've always just tinkered with stuff, and one day I was driving home from work. I was working in Palm Springs, and my boy Magnum, what it do? My boy Magnum, he gave me a call, and he was like, man, they got these lowrider model cars, and I think he said model cars at first, and I'm like, yeah, okay, yeah, whatever. And he was like, nah, man, they're RC cars. I'm like, they're big? He's like, they're big. They're 1/10 scale. Oh, man, I think I had just got paid that day. And he sent me the link, and I think I bought the car. Most of my paycheck went on Greyhound, who you guys know as Greyhound right now. Most of my check went on Greyhound. And, man, I love it. I've loved it ever since. I stay up all night trying to figure out little tricks just to get that much higher, you know. So yeah, it's pretty fun.
So what was your first RC car? The lowrider you bought? What was the first one in the 1/10 scale? When your friend told you, what was the first one you got?
The first one I got was 6'4", and it was so I wanted like a blue one or something like that, and they didn't have them in stock, and I just wanted it right now. So I don't know what color that is. Purple. What fuck color is that? I don't know. I think it's like purple.
One of the redcat ones that came out? The purple? Yeah.
I didn't like it, but I bought it. And that was the first one. And then I bought that, and I sanded that body down and did all kind of painting on it. Yeah, I didn't know what I was doing with the painting. I used some house paint. I'm not gonna lie. It was some Krylon or something I used. But it came out all right. It's cracking now, but it looked good for a minute.
I mean, when I was young, I did model cars. Like I would always get the little, I don't know what scale they are, but the plastic ones with little trees. You take the engine off and paint them. My dad would paint them for me, and then I would enter them in the fair, and like I weigh and do all the engines. Back then, I would go to like the hobby store, and I'd buy like this foil, like sticky foil thing. And you put it on the chrome, and you just trim it, so you'd actually have chrome. But nobody at that time was doing it. I was just doing it just for fun. But then like later, as time went on, I would do that with RC cars. Never really got good at paint. I did later take a class like with Cerakoting, and I got trained in that when I was a lot older. Yeah. When I was young, I sucked at painting. I'd always have my dad paint my stuff. So then I had this truck that me and Tony messed up. Or Tony messed it up, not me. Tony messed it up. And that's where my patina truck came from. So my patina truck started because it was a nicely painted body that kind of got wrecked. And so I decided, I didn't want to scrap the body. That's why I painted the outside. Yeah. That was the first time I ever painted an outside of a 1/10 scale, was at the 66 C10 that you see.
Is that right?
Yeah. It started as a mistake. And I was like, well, just screw it. Mistake. I'm just going to paint the outside, and it turned into what it is.
That's a great mistake. I've seen that thing win. I've been at the shows.
You just sand it and do it, and it works out.
Do it. Yeah. Yeah. Don't quit.
Yeah.
I mean, what was you going to do? Throw it away? No.
Well, I wasn't going to throw it away. I was just, I wasn't kicking myself over. I was just like, okay, well, what am I going to do with it? Like I could take the paint off. And I was researching how to take it off. They're like saying the best thing to use like nitro fuel to take off paint from the inside.
That's what I use.
That could work. So I started to do it, and I was like, I let it sit for a bit, and then I didn't even do much research. I just started painting. All I knew was I couldn't use too abrasive paint on the body of the plastic. I forget even how I did it. I used like some kind of like primer from Home Depot that was like a plastic, almost like a plasti dip. Yeah. Kind of started with that, sanded it, did another layer of it until it was kind of like more robust that I knew it would stick to, and then I painted it with all kinds of other colors and sanded it down.
Sanded it down, and now it is.
Added the details. So it worked out. It almost was like I want to put a detail here, put some rust in the back, and I started just painting it and kind of had fun with it. So
you got to flow with it. That's what,
but it worked out.
That's what you got to do sometimes. Just let it flow.
Yeah. So you got the 64. Your friend told you spent your paycheck on it. You got it. You have it in hand. You tinker with it. You're an electrician at the time still?
Yeah, I'm an electrician. I'm an electrician.
So you start messing with electronics first, or what do you do?
No, I was actually kind of scared of it. I spent so much money on that thing. I didn't want to touch it. I'm like, I didn't want to. I'm looking online. I see people grinding stuff out, and I see people drilling holes in. I'm not touching this thing, man. It costs so much money. And I seen people hopping, and I hit my little switch, and mine's just barely moving. I'm like, man, I need something better. Mine's got to hop a little higher than that. That's what it's all about.
Yeah,
that's the main attraction. See who's the highest hopper when you go out there, right? The land play is cool, but we want to see some action. So I wanted to be, part of that action, and I stayed up all night, man. I stayed up for nights just tweaking on this car. After I was just like, forget it, man. The only way I'm going to do this is if I get my Dremel and I just start cutting stuff up and figuring it out. So that's what I started doing. And I messed a lot of things up. I drilled a lot of holes that I wasn't supposed to drill. Yeah, it was looking kind of raggedy sometimes, but the Redcat Lowrider page. I mean, if you pay attention and you look in the search bar and stuff like that, you can figure out all the information. And a lot of people put stuff out there and show you different things and techniques on how to do things. So, I started to do that, and I seen my car going from like 5 inches to I got 6 now. Okay, it's going up a little bit. And then that first inch got me like I was totally got crazy with it. Like I had to get it to go higher and higher and higher. And every inch was like a gold met, It felt real good getting every inch. So yeah, I just kind of tweaked on it all night. And I know my family was like, man, what's Dad doing back there? He don't go to sleep no more. He's just on his car. And yeah, I learned a lot from the page, from guys on the page, like, man, I learned a lot from like everybody. I'm a block boy, so I got a whole block boy crew. They taught me a lot of things. They, you got people like Christian Ardinez. He definitely taught me a lot of things. Louis, Zoom, Chris Hartman, you got Ryan Richards. A lot of people taught me some things. And, sometimes it's like a little secret society in there too. You got to be nice to people to get a certain amount of information.
Yeah.
And, yes, I got a little bit of information. And as soon as I got that little bit of information, man, I just ran with it. That's pretty much what happened. I just kept going.
So you started it just from just kind of for yourself, tinkering and trying to get that extra inch, started to get obsessed with it. I know that obsession. I mean, I can get obsessed really quick. I mean, that's kind of how I started with the stuff. Like I was telling you earlier, I did airsofting for a long time, and that became an obsession. And that's crazy because it's like paintball. It's like paintball. You got the colors. You kind of got like the the jersey type stuff, and you got your paintball stuff. And not saying that that's not can get crazy. It can. But like with airsoft, you got the whole setup. You got the boots to the tactical pants, the gear to the realism of the mil spec, the vest, and all that. Yeah. So I kind of got deep into that, and that's where that obsession came in. I can see that it happened to me with RC. I got to kind of get my hands off a little bit and just kind of keep things stock if I can. But with the Monte Carlo that we're building, I was like, let's just go all crazy with that one.
Nothing.
So that's where like we started getting the parts.
Zero.
Me and Tony were getting the parts from. Well, he was already getting parts from you.
Oh yeah. Tony's a beast. Tony's a beast.
So when did it become from you just putting it together for yourself to putting it like into a brand and putting your logo, your brand into? When did that start? Like,
when did that start? That started,
or how did that start?
I think that started with, because I have figured out my little formula, how I like to do stuff. But, man, it was a lot of work sometimes, It was a lot of work, and if you mess up, you got to buy a whole new whatever you messed up. So I was just trying to figure out a formula that worked, and I didn't have to do so much drilling and sanding and messing up. That's where it started. I think, and it started at the links. I started making links, the rear links, and yeah, that's where it started. The rear links.
The rear links, okay.
And then I was we were putting these rear links on, you know, and sometimes they were crooked, and your car will hop a little sideways or something like that because your links are crooked. And I'm like, man, how can I? And my links were crooked. Sometimes I would have to put a little spacer in there because one link was off a little bit, and so I'd have to put a spacer in there and stuff like that. So that was the first thing that kind of bothered me, and that's when I came up with this little center mount link 4-link piece.
So is that like I'm pulling up like the rear kit right here? Is that like on you see on the screen? Is it kind of what that is right there, or is that something else?
That's it. Go back up. It is that piece right there.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
So
what we were doing was we were screwing the little pieces on, but
you can turn that a little bit that way you can catch your voice.
We were screwing the little pieces on, but they weren't even on both sides. Sometimes one lower arm would be pushed back further than the other, and then that makes you hop in a circle. So we came up with that. So it's just one piece. You put it on there, and you don't really have to worry about being crooked because it's one piece. So, and it's real easy to put on, and you just use the 2 screws that are there, and that was the first thing.
Okay.
Yep. Well, no, the links were the first thing.
Links were the first thing, but this part
that was the main.
This is to
piece.
make it work right with the links.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So what kind of? I mean, is metal right on this?
Aluminum. It's aluminum.
Okay. So
try to keep it light.
Keep it still strong. Okay.
Still strong but light.
That's something that's cut here in the U.S. or where do you get that done at?
Oh man, we ain't got. Do we got to talk about all that?
No. I mean, from the industry I'm in, I ask because
we don't make nothing over here.
Okay, no worries. I just ask. Just
right.
good to know sometimes.
We can cut that one out.
I know. No, we're gonna keep it in because I mean the only reason I ask is because it's good to know that kind of stuff. Sometimes when I'm doing my stuff, like for instance, my shirts come from Pakistan. I wear my shirts from Royal Blue and other places like that. But some people they just want to know. Just wondering, just for myself.
All right.
But I'm saying the quality. I mean,
quality is good though. I went. It took me a little bit to get the quality. I went to a couple of places and the quality wasn't so good. So once I found a place with the right quality, that's what I went with.
Yeah. And like I said, another thing, see where that leads into is the quality, because I know some people, and again, being in the industries that I've been in, is you get some people who get some quality from wherever, whether it be from US or overseas or wherever, that's not good. You get things that are just, copied and copied and copied, and they get some threads that just come apart. Like when I work with in the tactical industry, you get some moly that is very well sewn in the US, but you can get the same kind of quality out of, overseas. But then you get some that's kind of worn, watered down, that's not good quality. And some people don't care.
Quality is important. Yeah. And sometimes you got to pay a little more for the quality. Yeah. So in the fact that you go back and look at that quality, you went through different iterations of the product, shows that you care about the quality. Yes. And obviously, you're looking at it, not necessarily like in a selfish perspective, but you want it to work for you. I want it to work for me.
Exactly.
I like you guys and everything, but I want it to work for me.
Yeah.
So that's why it has to be. Yeah, it has to pass quality inspection. It definitely does.
Yeah. And all those tireless nights of you tinkering with it doesn't, like I said, you can take some things, rip it apart, but you're looking for that perfection. That's probably why you're up all nights and stuff. So I can see the iterations of all the product coming out, no matter where it's from, that you're putting that effort. So that's that's why I ask. So you have the links, you have this piece here, and you got your start just by for yourself.
Word of mouth and giving it to a couple of my buddies, and then people asked for more, so I came with more, and then so I go out there and I hop, I win, and a lot of people want to know how I win.
How you did it?
How I did it.
Yeah.
So I want everybody to win too. I want everybody to hop. I want all the states to hop. I want everybody to get down.
So from your background as an electrician, this part is an electrical.
No.
How did you go incorporate your background, being an electrician?
That's the next part.
Okay.
That's the next part.
All right, we can do that.
You got to get the suspension first.
All right, get the suspension. So we got the links, we got that piece. What else you got that?
And I know real lowriders, so I know certain things that real lowriders do that actually work on these RC cars. So, why not try what they do? Yeah, why not try what they do? So we went from there too. And then, I got a little squad that kind of helps me with keep me on point, keep me on task, come up with ideas. I got a little crew for that, and they're pretty good. So, and you see us, we on the page. We the top dogs on the page all the time. But yeah, that's what it's all about, trying to get everybody to hop. And from where I started to where it is now, it's much easier. It's much easier. We done kind of gave out the formula and how to do it, and it's a little easier. So
coming from like your brand RC Hop Shop, when you put it out, I know you gave some out, but when did you for me, when I put stuff out, I don't know if you had the same feeling. You could share it. When I put out my first holster and I put my branding on it, or I sell my first T-shirt or anything that I do, like my business, and I put it out there and I go to an event. You ever get the feeling like, this is crazy? These people are buying the things that I made, that I put out. What was your feeling when you first sold it? You actually took some money to say, hey, here's my product, here's the money. How did you feel when that happened? It was just stressed out. You didn't know.
I was a little stressed out because I want people to like it.
Yeah.
So I know how to make it work, but if I give it to this guy, will he know how to make it work? And so that was kind of a little stressful, but everybody seemed to be pretty good and made it work. And it was a little stressful at first. And are people gonna like it, or just pretty much, is it gonna work?
Is it gonna break? Is it gonna work?
Is it gonna break? Yeah.
How many times would you say you tested like parts when you get it? Like you just over and over and over for yourself when you get it, or do you just kind of?
I tested over and over. I don't even come out with it
until you know it's not gonna break.
Until I know it's okay.
Yeah.
Or over
time anything can break, but it's robust.
Like I have a part right now that I already have it.
Yeah.
I just haven't came out with it.
Yeah.
I got people testing it so they can tell me how they like it, and eventually I come out with it if it's okay. If not, then
go back and
readjust.
Readjust. Okay.
Yeah. Sometimes it's a loss, and you just take that and do it again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
so far I've been all right.
Yeah.
These guys keep me on point. So I'm all right so far.
All right. So on your site, we got your links. What else you got that you put some work? Obviously, you put work into everything. But what else you got that you can speak on, that you're proud of, that you can be like, no, this is the piece right here that when you think about RC Hop Shop, this is what everybody has in their cars. This is what they want.
Oh, this front setup. The front setup, man. The front setup is what makes it happen. The front setup, the dual servo kit. You need that. That makes it happen.
All right, let me pull that up real quick. 1 second. Right here.
And we were actually doing this before the dual servo setup. We were actually flipping the servos to the back. And we were actually doing that already with the plastic pieces from the Monte Carlo. With the plastic pieces from the Monte Carlo, you can actually do it yourself. The problem was it was coming out crooked. It wasn't as strong. It was just some adjustments that needed to be made to make it easier to do. And that's pretty much what I did. And made it a little easier to assemble, a lot stronger, and real nice looking, by the way. Yeah.
No, it does look beautiful. I mean, when I look at the stuff that you put out, like this one's coated, or I look at just the raw metal with the gold accents, things like that, it just pops. I mean, even if you were to keep that the way it is and put it out just rolling the way it is at a show, people come up to them and dang, that looks
nice.
Good.
So, and I do it raw on purpose, because if you want to take yours to the next level, just go to the store and get some polish, polish that thing, make it nice, polish it, you know. Yeah, polish it. It looks real good when you polish. But yeah, that was pretty much it. I wanted to make it easier to assemble. I wanted to make it more effective, stronger. And it's a little math that goes with it too. It's a little mathematics that I think go with it. You have to make everything fit correctly. And yeah, you shouldn't really have a problem there anymore. No more tearing the bell cranks or no more crooked servos, because that's what was happening a lot. Like you drill these holes for the servos and the servos are crooked, and yeah, it just was bad. So my goal was to make it easier, make it good for everybody to just kind of bolt on, like, you know, just a part to bolt on already.
Yeah.
So
that's what I was going to ask you too. So as far as level of experience to be able to install something like this, let's say for this particular front end kit, is it something that you can like have somebody who's new to RCs put that in, or you need like a certain level of like, you know, is it a drop in, ready to go kind of kit?
It's real simple. It's simple. You look at the picture and you put it in like the picture.
All right, so
that's pretty much it.
So that's good.
So the only trick is that you have to drill 4 holes all the way through the frame. That's pretty much it. And after that, just look at the picture and put it together the same way. You know, if you have any building skill, it shouldn't be a problem.
So did you do this independent of any other company like Redcat? This is all you, without any like how do I say, advice or like questions of like the company who actually manufactures the product?
I mean, Redcat made the foundation. I mean, they done.
But I mean, they didn't have any say. This is all you.
This is all me.
Okay.
All me. Yeah. But you know, they done laid the foundation for us to even do this. So.
Yeah, I mean, they got the platform.
They got the.
You wouldn't have anything to bolt it to if they didn't
exactly,
have it.
Exactly. So yeah, Redcat, you guys are awesome too. What's up, Oscar?
Yeah. No. So it looks beautiful, easy to bolt on, ease of use, and you know, for novice to advanced. So if you were to guesstimate, because I see a lot of cars on let me 1 second here. I see a lot of cars you know, on the page and just everywhere with the setups with nice hop shop on the front of it. Would you say like a large percentage of the cars that are out there who are building them to hop have your product? Is there anything else out there that's gonna be similar to yours, or is anybody else making something like this, or is it just you?
Well, it's just me right now. I'm sure eventually somebody
yeah, I mean,
you know, but it's me right now. And yeah, no, it's just me. It's just me. But there's other people out there, you know, like you got Garza. Garza makes his front end kit and the Garza mount, and that's like that's just the 2 servos in the front, pretty much laid flat. That works pretty good too. But yeah, no, just this way, I'm the only one. But you can do this with the Monte Carlo stuff. This is pretty much like Monte Carlo stuff on a 6.4. That's pretty much kind of what it is, but done better. That's what
applied to a different platform like the 64. Right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And as far as like your product being in the market and everything, do you have any like, do you see any opportunity or anything that you can better for this product, or like that you might be able to, you know, thinking about like, hey, I've done this for a few years, it's beautiful, it works, but I kind of want to tweak this piece. Like, is there anything you could do?
I'm always tweaking pieces. I'm always tweaking something, trying to get more just trying to get more out of it. I'm always tweaking something. So yeah, that will forever be a problem.
So this isn't like the end all be all. There could potentially be iterations of this in the future that are better. Yes. That somebody couldn't even, like, you know, you do something sometimes and you think like, this is like the best, I can't even do better than this. But then you're like, okay, I didn't think about this. And then you change it and it looks even better. You're like, how did this even happen? How could I have possibly made this better? So you're saying there is possibility that you in your mind, like, hey, okay.
I think so.
All right, that's good.
I think so.
That's good. So, you know, given I asked about the industry and stuff, like, where do you see like Redcat, I know a lot of guys are focusing a lot on like more show cars.
Right.
Obviously, the way you build your product, people can turn this into a piece of the show, right? By
Right.
polishing it.
That's what I'm going
coating
for.
it. Okay.
I'm trying to turn this into a piece of your show car. I'm trying to turn this, all the pieces match your show car. You know, that's what I'm going for. That's exactly what I'm going for.
So I was going to ask you next about trends in the industry, just focusing on lowriders and RC world and the lowriders. As far as like trends that I kind of see, like I said, hopping is something that's obviously trending upwards that people are trying to get into. And I've also noticed that a lot of people, as the community grows, or guys with different experiences are coming in wanting to grow more of the, like I said, the show. Given that fits, do you see the industry kind of going more towards that too? So you're kind of falling right into place already? You were kind of already thinking about that, or just happened to happen? It just happened.
It just happened.
Yeah.
I just want hop shop shit to look really good.
Yeah.
That's what I'm on. But it's just the show cars can still hop. You know, you can still, just because you're a show car doesn't mean you don't go show off real quick.
Yeah.
So, you know, I see some show cars in my future too. I'm gonna build a few show cars, and I'm gonna go out there and hop them and show you what it do. But you know, sometimes it's either or though, because these show cars, man, they put a lot of money into these show cars. Like these paint jobs sometimes are arm and a leg.
Yeah.
Yeah, they put a lot into these show cars. So yeah, just depending on what you want to do. I mean, me, I'm a hopper. I hop. I'm not the best painter. I can paint okay. I can paint a coat.
Yeah, I'm the same way.
You know, I can two-tone. You know what I'm saying? I can do that. But nah, you're not gonna get no designs out of me or anything like that. What I can do real good is make the car hop.
Yeah.
That's my part. That's my contribution to the game, is making the car hop. So
when you I apologize if I'm asking too many business questions, but like I that's my perspective on things when I look at stuff. When I look at people in any industry, I always look at them for what the product they produce, the person that they are, and like how they hold themselves, how they present themselves, how they present their product. So that's why I'm just so interested about, you know, the product and things you're coming out with, how they look, and the thought you put into it. I did notice that, you know, your pricing on your stuff, it seems very fair for what it is. Did you take into consideration at all? Like for me, when I put stuff out there in the market that I've been in, I always have a good understanding of what everybody's around me. Even though I don't talk about it, I know. Like when my wife has a conversation with me, she's like, "Oh, have you seen this product?" And I'm like, "Yes." "Do you know this person?" "Yes." "Well, do they have their price?" I know all of that in the back of my head, and I keep it there. But like for you, given that there wasn't too much in this market already, did you think at all like, hey, I want to be fair in the price, or did you price it accordingly? Hey, I don't want to rip anybody off or charge too much.
That's exactly
to me,
how
it seems
I priced
fair.
it. That's exactly how I priced it, and it seems fair. But some people are like outraged by it sometimes, and I'm like, man, try it. See if you can go to your local machine shop and have them make a piece. And
yeah, some of the machine shops just charge you $50 to talk to them.
Yeah,
another $100 to start a product, and then like $300 for a prototype.
Exactly.
And then you go from there, and it's like another $100 every time you get another iteration of it.
So, you know,
and that's just plastic pieces. We're not even talking metal pieces yet.
It gets crazy.
Yeah.
So I really think the prices are fair. I really think they're actually. I think they can be more, really, to be honest.
Yeah, I agree.
But you know, it is what it is, and I feel like I'm not here to just like get rich. You know, I pretty much keep the shop going. I pretty much buy more parts. It's just a buy more parts kind of thing. Like I get some money, buy more parts.
Yeah.
Get some money, buy more parts. It's like
the Mr. Beast of YouTube and RC.
Yeah.
He invests everything he makes off his YouTube channel back into the channel. You invest everything back into the
Exactly. Exactly. Yeah. You know, sometimes I'm looking, I'm like, man, but I'm still broke. I'm still broke, but it's okay. It's okay.
No, that's good.
One day we just keep it going. One day.
So, of the new stuff that Redcat came out with, like the new what was it, 63 or 65?
65
what's your favorite one of the new that just came out? The 65?
I like the 65.
Yeah, me too.
It's beautiful. the 65 is nice.
You have one already? You're gonna get one?
I got all 4 of them. I got 263s and 265s. I sure do.
One in each color?
Yeah, one in each color. I sure do. Yep, I'm a junkie.
Yeah,
it's cool.
You're gonna modify one of those, the color on the outside?
Oh yeah. So I've took 2 of them out the box. The only one I have in the box is Doughboy. That's the only one that's still in the box I haven't opened. But the other 2, you should see their frames, man. They're like pick apart. I took the tops. I put them back in the box, but their chassis. Oh yeah, they're pick apart. I tear them up. Nothing can be stock. So that's how I see it. Nothing can be stock. And so I got chassis hanging on my wall in my room.
How many do you have? How many would you say you have?
How many chassis do I have?
Yeah.
Oh.
Talking like 20s?
Yeah.
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 That's a good number.
My wife gonna watch this.
It's all right. It's all right.
Yeah, I got a lot of chassis. Now tops, I'm low on bodies. But I got chassis.
Yeah, but the chassis is the same. You can switch the bodies out. Something
I can buy more. Yeah.
I mean, they're like shoes. You just change out the shoes on the bottom.
Exactly.
Women have shoes. And you got your cars.
I have a lot of chassis. And, I'd have brought more cars, but I tear them apart. Like, I constantly work on these things. Like, you'll see me go out there and stand that shit on the bumper and, like, 12 o'clock. And 2 hours later, I had that thing tore apart. Like, yeah, I work on them constantly. So this hopping, you hoppers out there, you're going to have to work on your car constantly. It's not just put it together and that's it. It's work. You got to keep the screws tight.
Every once in a while you get somebody who's, whether it be new to the page or somebody you meet and they're like, hey, I want to get into it. And you're like telling them like, I think I was asked this question when I was at the where was I at the Las Vegas Super Show, one of the lowrider shows, and Redcat and Galindo did like a whole little thing there, and Redcat interviewed people, and he asked me, what would you tell somebody who wants to get into it? And I think what I said was along the lines of, it's the entry to get in isn't that high. I mean, you're talking about like what $350 or so for Monte Carlo, or $500 to right, but you go wherever you want to go, right? And that's with anything.
Exactly.
And I've learned. Just in my past, this is a totally different world. But you guys are guys who have got those bashers who rip those things up, who upgrade those. You got the guys who build the crawlers, and I have some crawlers who upgrade those. Like RC world's like anything else. You're gonna do crazy things with it, right? Like when I saw you, I met you at the Arizona. Was it the
Arizona show?
Arizona.
Yeah.
What was that one? It was the Rafi something. I can't remember who does it, but yeah, that was the Arizona Super Show.
I'll be at the next one too.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to go to that one.
Okay.
We could probably get into the booth. I'm gonna try to get down to the arena part of it, the bottom, but we'll see.
I never made it to the bottom. I stayed.
Well, with your setup, it's gonna be kind of hard. You got to go down the steps with your.
Yeah, it was hard. I tried to even get in the elevator. I didn't fit over there. Uh-huh.
Yeah, so I met you there, and then when I saw your truck, I was like, man, I got to get one of those. And I saw your trailer. I was like, oh, I got to get one of those too. So then when I see stuff like that, there's 2 people I don't normally tell things about that I want or that I like, is my wife. Because when I tell her something, her wheels start turning. Now, I say that not in a bad way. I say it in a good way because you have a supportive wife, her wheels start turning for you. So when I have an idea, I tell her only when I'm 100% sure that I want to do it. Like, for example, when I wanted to do like podcasting for my other channel, I kind of mentioned it. And then like 2 minutes later, she sends me like links of mics and links of, sound stuff. She's like all about it. So when I was doing this RC
so she's
stuff.
not all about it then?
No, she is all about it.
No, so if she ever been like, nah, then that's it?
She hasn't.
She hasn't?
So
okay.
it's good and a bad thing.
So you've been having some good ideas.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. It's either that or she's just crazy and she supports me in anything. But, but, and the other person is Tony. Like, Tony. So when I tell Tony something, he'll like send me some links and he'll have it in his ear. So I was like, hey, I was thinking about doing like a trailer. I know, he has some stuff and I want to looking for a truck. He finds me this guy, gives me a great deal on the F450 and like this trailer he had, and I buy it, and we got this Monte Carlo in the deal, and we took that Monte Carlo. He uses it for parts in his car and my car, and it's everywhere now in pieces. But then I got that, and then I was starting to get addicted to like the truck. Then I heard your sound system, and I was like, I want a sound system. But then I ran into that Mini Beats scale guy. I forget his name, but I ran into him on Facebook. I ended up entering one of the thing that he does like on Facebook. You can like win something. I don't want to say exactly what it is, but he does that kind of stuff. And I ended up getting one at a very, very good price.
You got that?
Yeah.
Okay.
And it was one of the third one he did, and I went. It was just a sub, and I think it was 2 subs and like a speaker, right?
Yeah.
So I messaged him, hey, if I want to do something custom, how much more would you charge me? Give me a price. It was like almost like a steal, and I was like, are you sure? And he's like, yeah. So I said, what if I do a custom box? I had him quote me out for a custom box, told me the price, and I was like, oh my god, this is ridiculous. Let's do that. And he's like, I can do lighting for you too, like an underglow, like a lighting. And I was like yeah. I was like, shoot, let's do that. How much is that? Oh, it's like $10 extra. I was like, all right. I was like, how much would it charge you to put my logo on it? He's like, oh, I'll just do that for you. And I was like, oh,
nice.
So then I got addicted with that truck, and I was like, I got to stop. And then the trailer, and I started taking it out, and I was like, man. And what's great for me is when I take it out, my kids love it. My daughter loves it. I ended up with one of those Traxxas, the TRX6 with the wheels, and she puts her car on there, and she takes it. So
everybody loves it.
These people got me addicted.
Everybody loves it though. Have you ever took your I know when I take my trailer out, I feel like my truck and trailer are movie stars. It's like so many people just
taking pictures. Like, hold on, let me do this. So
right, I try to stay way back so nobody sees, but it's a lot of people taking pictures,
and it's across every industry. Like for me, I can go to a lowrider show, to an off-road show, an overlanding show. I was in Ventura Nationals this last year. Took my truck trailer there with the C10. Everybody loved it. Doesn't matter even if I
barely drive it, huh?
Yeah, like taking pictures, and so that's what got me. I can tell my wife with the YouTube stuff, and I tell her, I kind of had a leg up. Like most of these YouTubers, what they'll do is they'll have a channel just randomly, and they all end up making shirts anyways. I already have a t-shirt business. I'm already ahead of the game.
You ahead already.
But like, yeah, when I go to my events, my girls love it. My girl, she can't wait to take her lowrider car out. She can't wait to drive the truck. So
that's pretty cool.
I said, your truck. When I saw it, I was like, okay, I gotta get into that. So what your truck when did that come along? Did you have the truck? How'd you do the trailers? Like you don't just do this. You got so trailers.
I'm a block boy. We roll trailers. We trailer gang. We got everybody on Block Boys. Most of us got trailers. You see us out there?
Oh yeah.
We trailered up. So so my brother's got trailers, so I had to have a trailer too. So yeah, I made my trailer, and
so you make your trailers from scratch?
From scratch.
How much you weld? Is there welding? A lot of welding? You know, welds, electrician, welder.
Yeah, I know. I'm pretty good with my hands.
All right.
Yeah, I'm pretty good with my hands all the way around. So yeah, I went out there one day and I seen I don't know who had it. Was it Chris Mack? Somebody had a nice trailer, and I'm like, man, I can go make one of those. I'm pretty. Back in the day, me and my dad had a business where we made tables.
Okay, that's legit. Yeah.
Yeah, we made like patio furniture. We made a lot of tables, and we used to go sell them in Huntington Beach, right on the pier, and it was pretty good. So what I saw was the tables that I make, but with wheels on them. No legs. I just put wheels on them.
Yeah, I see the nice finishes with the
man, and
on those trailers.
I got some new stuff coming with the trailers too. It's coming soon. But yeah, and I love the trailers, and so like,
I don't know. You want to bring a piece of that trailer up here and show it, or your truck, or however.
The truck. You want to see the truck?
Yeah, we'll do that. I'll wait for you to come back, and then we can take your chassis off if you want.
The truck is not It's nothing major about the truck. The truck is just pretty much stock truck, but it got beat.
You want to put it up here? Yeah.
Well, it's kind of dirty.
That's fine. If it's dirty, it's cool.
Yeah, the truck is pretty stock. Except for my rims. Let's see.
So do you have anything custom for your rear where the trailer hitches up to? Or is it just...
No, it's just a chaos kit.
Okay.
Chaos hitch, and it hooks right up to that. But I put some, what are these? 1/8 rims on it. Gotta have the big rims. The beat that's in it, I'm not gonna tell you what's inside, but if you want to hear it, I'll turn it on.
Yeah, put it on. I mean, the microphones are pretty good. They'll still pick it up, but I'll turn it on just to check it out.
Let's see. I'll like play it for a second because they kick us out of here. Music.
Let's something more bass, because if you play anything like that's copywritten, I might get kicked off of YouTube. So
Wait, hold on. What'd you say?
I said, if you just play for like a few seconds, just to hear it, just so that people can get a sound for it, because I think if you play anything that's like copywritten, I might get kicked out. But just play for like a second or two, just
I'm
to
trying to
get
find something without all the cussing.
Yeah, no worries.
Let's see. Yeah, that copyright shit ain't no joke, huh?
No. But either way, so you got your trailer set up, got all that custom.
Yeah, got all that custom, and
oh yeah, the bass you can't understand it unless you're next to it, but that's pretty legit.
So that was my thing. I heard a lot of beating cars in trucks and stuff, but it sounded like it had a lot of treble.
Yeah,
I needed bass.
Yeah,
I needed that thing to rattle.
Yep.
I needed everything to rattle.
Yep.
That's what I was going for.
Yeah, I like that.
And I think I got it.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. Then we got a good feel for that. That's legit. I like that.
Yeah.
That's cool. My system, it's not anything like that, but it does a job.
Oh, that wasn't even turned up. Oh my God.
I can only imagine.
This thing is loud. So, as far as the truck, I needed something to pull these trailers. So
you're saying your obsession doesn't just go into hopping and getting that extra inch. It goes into trucks. I think you have a problem.
I think I do too.
Yeah.
And as soon as they give me another body, as soon as Sin makes another body, they
make one. They have that
Sicario.
It's all right.
It's all right. It's cool. It's not what I wanted.
No, I know.
But I might get one just because.
They 3D print the Chevy ones. I don't know if you're a Chevy or Ford guy. I like everything. Chevy, Ford, whatever.
I like them all.
Yeah,
I like them all. They got the Ram out there. I've seen a few. And I'm going to build a new truck pretty soon. I'm going to build a new truck pretty soon because I need something else to pull. I'm going to need a whole nother trailer to pull my new cars. Yeah.
Yeah, you need a whole other truck. So you're how do I say, your business isn't about the scale system. That's just for you. That's just your special touch to your show.
What you mean?
You don't build systems.
No, I don't build systems.
Yeah.
I build systems, but I don't build systems.
Not for anybody.
No,
okay.
Nah, there's other guys for that. They're pretty good. But yeah, I don't want that problem.
No, yeah, that's a lot of electrical stuff that things can go wrong. Blew up my amp. You need another new one. No, I don't know about that.
This hopping thing, man, I think a lot of things can go wrong in that. And once something go wrong in that, that's like $150. That's bad. The servos are expensive.
Yeah.
So yeah. About the same.
Yeah. Cool.
But no, I don't want those kind of problems. I give those to somebody else. But I do know how to wire some shit up though.
Yeah.
Because I'm an electrician. That's what I do.
That's good. You're negative and positive.
I do. I definitely do. So, but I don't do that for people. That's not me.
So what's your favorite part about just the whole RC world? whether it be lowriders, trucks. You got obviously we can see what you like. You like to look cool. You like to have your presence. You like to. For me, like I said, when I take my daughter out and I go out to these shows, I like things to go fast. I like things to look cool. I like things to hop, and I just like putting. When you see the smile on somebody's face, it's an accomplishment. I feel like
I like to see kids in it. You know, it's not even too many though. Like kids nowadays are a little too caught up on the internet. So I like when I see kids outside and actually using their brain to do some things and make things and figure out problems and like I like that part. I like that part. If I can get some kids, if I can get a team of kids and we can just do a whole little hop competition, I think I want to do that.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
That'd be cool. And everybody got to build their own car. I'll be there to help, but everybody got to build their own car, and that's what I want to see. I like kids using their brain and problem solving and things like that. Bring that back.
When I was testing these mics before the podcast, I had my daughter. You met her earlier. You saw her briefly. She was on the other mic helping me test it. So then I was just quickly interviewing her, asking her some questions. I was like, "Oh, what'd you do in school? What's your favorite part of school?" And then I asked her, "What's your favorite part of going to gun shows with Dad?" She's like, "Oh, I like to sell my bracelets." She makes bracelets. She sells them. She's a little entrepreneur herself.
Nice.
And then I asked her, "What's your favorite part about going to car shows and lowrider shows with Dad?" She's like, "Driving my RC car." So she's all excited. Last night I brought my Traxxas Bigfoot. So I took her out to the parking lot at the convention center. It was probably like 10 o'clock. We were driving it, nobody out there. And that girl, she doesn't play video games, but for the kids who do and stuff, they don't really get out. And that girl was struggling to her left or right. Like when driving RC car coming at you, I was like, turn right. She's the opposite way.
Yeah.
Turn left. So like even that is just different, right? So for kids to be able to get their hands on something outside, driving something, whether it be this or off-road or this truck or trailer. Man, that's like you reverse it out of the elevator. I was like, I don't know if you can do it, but you
I got it. It's like a real truck. You know, I can swing a trailer in my truck. I'm all right. But so when the kids get into it and they're like really into it, like not like you made them do it or anything like that. Like if you walk by and you see them just their lip just hanging, like they just sitting there trying to figure something out. I love that shit. I love it. I love it. So that's my favorite part. And every inch that I gained while I was hopping, that's my favorite part too. Yeah. That part. That makes that part I'm happy with myself. But
but you can share it with the parts that you put out.
Yeah, I can share it. Yeah. It's, people ask me what the formula is, and I already gave the formula's out there.
Yeah. You don't need the formula. You have the end product.
I already gave you the formula. Yeah. It's already there. So what do you use? I use the same thing. All my cars have the same thing in them. So yeah, it's a fun hobby though. I think I'm glad that I got into it, and I'm glad that they came out with these cars. Jevries is awesome. He came out with man, Jevries is awesome for this, because without him it would be none of this. Yeah. So.
Yeah, he was. He went. I think he was at the Ventura event that was like a few months ago. I wanted to go to that, but
and it's awesome. He always makes his way to come all the way out here to go to our events. That's pretty.
I need to get a hold of him one of the times he comes to the events, because I want to get him on a podcast too. My schedule, given I do shows and events, I don't get a chance to do it. Like this one worked out perfectly. So I'm gonna try and make an effort that whenever he shows up, I'm trying to get something with him too, because I just want to talk to him. He's
he's the nicest guy in person. It's crazy because I kind of look at him like a movie star almost, like And so for him to take his time and talk to me, because I talk to Jevries a lot about all the parts, and I talk to him a lot. He helps me a lot, and for him to actually even talk back and come visit us and all that, that's a good dude right there. That's a good guy.
Have you ever experienced it on the opposite side? Like for example, I was this is a strange thing that happened. I was exhibiting at this event called SHOT Show, which is like the SEMA of like the gun industry, right? And I had this small little booth at the time, and I had these guys come up to me. They were foreign guys, and they were like talking to me, just so excited. And I was just like, what are they so excited about? Well, they knew my brand and they wanted to meet me. And I was like, cool. So I talked to them, and then they wanted to take a picture with me. And I was like, all right.
I had one guy that wanted to take a picture
and,
with
and
me.
then he wanted my autograph on a holster. And I was like, that's a strange thing.
Yeah.
It's like, but sure.
Yeah.
It's like, but have you ever experienced that? Like,
one time. I'm not that big, but one time somebody.
I'm not either, but I mean, maybe I am. I'm just being humble about it, but
Hey.
I'm just saying.
He wanted to take a picture with me. I didn't even know, like, for what? Why you want to take a picture with me? Okay, let's take a picture.
There's a certain admiration, I think, that people have when they look at them. It could be with anything. Like when I look at somebody who is an entrepreneur or who develops something, puts it out there, I always look at them with a different eye, because I'm like, okay, what are they doing different? How do they do it? How did they get there? Where do they come from? You know, what background do they have? And it intrigues me, right? So like some of the questions I ask may not be questions that you probably normally get, I imagine. And so I'm just like thinking like, okay, what would I say? How did I start? Like I just want to know. So like for you, somebody take a picture, you know, maybe he just, you know, saw your product and he liked it. Or maybe he saw like this guy, like he knows what to do. He got my car to hop. I want to meet that guy. Like there's a lot of reasons. And I
don't know. It was wild to me. I don't know. You want a picture with me? You sure? All right.
You want a picture of my car?
Yeah, not the car. Me? All right. But I still got the picture in my phone. That's cool. It's pretty cool.
That's good. You got to experience that. I think it kind of validates a lot of things.
Yeah, you know, it blew my head up for like that much for like 5 seconds, but I came back to reality. It was cool. It was only one guy.
You're a superstar one time.
One time, but you know, when I'm driving these cars at like the fair and stuff like that, and like we talked about earlier, people taking pictures, I feel like my vehicles are superstars though.
Yeah,
I feel like
you can see that
they're stars. You know, people don't know who I am, but they know who they know Lemon Head. They know my cars.
Daughter, when she saw that, she's like, that says Lemon Head. You see that, Dada? Oh my God.
Yeah, you know, people know my cars, so
yeah.
I like that part too. So
yeah,
it's cool. You know, I'm usually behind the scene anyway. I usually don't talk too much. I usually don't do podcasts or anything like that.
Have you done? You never done anything podcast?
Never, man. You know, never. I had anxiety all the way here. I had anxiety all the way from the show. I'm like, man, I don't know what I'm gonna say.
I was waiting. That's why I messaged you the other day. Like it was yesterday. I was like, I told my wife, I was like, I better just make sure, because sometimes people get so nervous and they cancel. I'm gonna see. And then you hearted it, and then you didn't respond right away. I was like, so tomorrow? You're like, yeah, okay. And I was like, all right, he's gonna come. Told my wife he's gonna come.
I'm coming.
Loaded up all my stuff.
I said I'm coming, so I'm coming. But yeah, was nervous all the way. And but that's cool. So we just talking. So you know, yeah. I mean, I love doing this, and I hope to continue to do it all through 2025. I'm gonna come up with new stuff. I already got like things in mind. I already got projects I'm working on. I got good people behind me. You know, I talked to Robert a lot from Skunks Hobbies.
Okay.
Oh yeah, he helps me out a lot. He's like almost a mentor. So he's also a block boy, so it's real easy to talk to him.
Where's he based out of?
Arizona.
Okay.
Yeah, Arizona. So yeah, he was like one of the first back in the day to do it. You know, he came out with like the screw kits.
Okay.
For the 6.4 and stuff, and yeah, after that he kind of blew up off of that, and man, he's been going ever since. So you know, I kind of look up to him. I kind of look up to Jevries. You know, I got good homies like Zoom. Zoom helps me with a lot of stuff. He comes up with a lot of ideas. Louis. Yeah, I got a lot of guys in my corner, so sometimes it's easy. Sometimes it's easy because they help me out a little bit, but yeah, I love this, man. I you know, sometimes I wish I can just do this.
Yeah, that's the thing that about that. Like for me, when I first made the decision not to work and focus on, you know, one of my other businesses, it was tough. I mean, my wife was working; she had a very good job, and that kind of made me like, okay, at least we have that. and that allowed me to do what I did. And luckily, I did decent in that business, and it worked out. And now I'm doing this other thing, kind of going a different direction. Like I said, she supports it, but I see myself getting the vast experience.
But it costs
I have.
money to go in the other direction.
It does cost money, but like you see here, I have the stuff. Like it's just a matter of going there. So it's a risk, but if you take it and it works out, and it's worth it.
It's worth it.
But you're getting a lot out of it. It seems like from yourself, from the accolades you get just from people seeing you, from the product. Like I said, product speaks for itself. Whether you think it does or not, the people that are buying it, the people that are putting in the cars, people that are showing it proudly, whether they're showing it because they polished it or they're showing it because they painted it.
And I love that because I'm terrible at marketing. So when I like for my product to be good enough that people want to kind of show it, because I am terrible at marketing. I try. I do my little videos every now and then, but
they're good videos. I see the videos.
Yeah, all right. I'm learning. I'm learning. I need a computer. I do that all on my phone. It's crazy.
Yeah, I upgraded to a Mac recently, and that's really helped me because it's just a little more powerful machine than I had before. But you're doing a good job. I mean, the fact that you have the Block Boys on your truck and you drive it the way it looks and the way it sounds, that's marketing in and of itself. You're marketing to people on their Instagram and on their Facebook who are posting it, and they're getting hundreds of thousands of views because they're like, wow, look at that little truck. That looks real. No, it's not real. It's RC. Is that yours? No, it belongs to this guy. And
hey, people
need to tag you.
They don't even tag me, man. I look at some people's stuff and they got like 100K and I'm like, man,
tag me.
Tag me.
You need to put your ad on this truck.
I need to get, and that's my problem. I need to get the ad on the truck, and I never thought it would be this big, So now I got to get the right equipment. I got to get the right stuff. I need the app right on the roof.
You need it right, yeah. You know what you need? So when I went to
I need a scan.
Yeah, I was gonna say the Pomona off-road show. I went this last year, and I took a little orange Blazer. It was like FMS makes it, and I was driving around with my friends. I put a little QR code on it, and I put stickers in the back of it, and I was driving around, and I got these people, hey, can I have a sticker? Yeah, just follow my page. And I'm driving around, little kid, like, can I have a sticker? Yes, tell your mom, follow the page, and it worked.
It worked.
Just have a little QR code, put it on the hood, get it black and whatever, and just put it on there, and
I'm with it.
People scan it, throw some stickers in the back on the trailer.
I'm gonna do that, and I'm gonna put that on the hopper.
Maybe you get 10 follows, but you're gonna pay like 5 cents if you burn an ad on a Instagram.
Yeah,
I do that stuff all the time.
I know nothing about it. I've never done it.
Yeah,
so
I'll help you. You can ask me questions. You got your hookup to help you in the car world for lowriders. You can ask me about marketing stuff.
I got you. Okay, because I'm terrible. So
you're not terrible. You just gotta get it in the right direction. Look at this. This is it right here. You just gotta show people. You're showing them. How do I say it? Like they're seeing it, but you're just not showing them. You're not being selfish and taking advantage of the the views of it. So
yeah,
that's part of the humbleness.
That's cool.
Yeah,
I'll be there one day.
You gotta ask, do you need it? No, you don't. Will it be cool? Yeah. Like I said, the product speaks for itself. So I know you mentioned releases in the future. Can you talk about any of the releases or anything that you're coming out with? Anything that you're thinking about for it's a new year. It's like the 3rd, 4th, 5th day of the year. What do you have for this year?
3rd, 4th, 5th day of the year. You know what?
What day is it?
Since you were
it's the 4th.
You were my 1000th.
Oh yeah, I was
on Instagram.
I was, yeah.
All right, I bought you the new piece.
All right,
I'm coming out with. Here you go.
Cool.
Bam.
All right, I'll open this up right now. So what is this for?
Well, I had to get you right with the looks.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Man, I saw Tony with these, and I was like, I was gonna sell him something. I was like, nah, I better not, because I don't want to see
I had to get you right with those.
Oh yeah.
But
those look nice with a mohawk.
Yeah,
Hold on, me take these off.
But the new piece. There you go.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna keep these in. I always forget my glasses when I go to events.
You're cool,
like all the time. I forget my glasses, and every time I tell my cousin, "Dang it, I forgot my glasses." He's like, "You need to just keep some in the van." I think I'm gonna keep these in the van.
There you go.
Got my black Sprinter van parked outside. I'm gonna put some lights in there, maybe a stripper pole, and pick them up with my.
Good. I call me.
But a miniature one. Pole. A miniature in the back of a truck.
Miniature stripper pole for like midgets.
Yeah. In the back of the truck. I'm sure you can build me a trailer that's.
I thought you were talking about a real one. Okay. Anyway.
Okay. Well, either way, yeah. So what we got? We got these pieces right here. What are these?
Okay, so that's what we're gonna call. That is a belly wrap for the front. So let me switch from this truck right here.
Yeah. And then you can just pull it, and then you can go back. You can talk again when you get back to the mic so we can hear you. I'll just show this piece a little bit. I'll do some other close-ups of it. Oh, we got some stickers too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, if you set that right there, where are they positioned? The pieces.
Right in the front.
If you turn it like just a little bit, see, this is the camera that it's on right there. That should be perfect. Oh yeah, you get a good view of it right there. Perfect.
So, what that is that's the belly wrap, and it's actually so when you install my kit, it has spacers. We space the frame. We space in between, and that's so that you won't bottom out. So instead of just being little spacers, we kind of made a whole front little plate, and we kind of repositioned where you mount your lower A-arm. So it leaves room for bigger shocks.
Okay. So you built this product off of something that you saw that was needed for the setup to make it better. So you're saying bigger shock. So that's something you were having an issue with before, or is just something that
everything I do is for the better of the setup.
Okay.
I try, and so you know, when you use these big shocks, the way the lower A-arm mounted, the shocks would hit the A-arm. So a lot of people like kind of sand them down, and it's like a hump. It's like a hump that goes in there. That's where you mount your screws. So if you take that hump off, your shock will go down lower, which will allow you.
You can take it into your camera or to this one. So if you have it right there where you're sitting and you show it, everybody will see it.
I'm gonna put it back.
So you can show it into your camera if you want here too. That works. Yeah, there you go.
Allows you to lock up higher. See, your shock will not hit in this inside right here.
Okay.
So now you lock up a little higher, which gives you a little more thrust when you're trying to hit that bumper, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And it looks good.
Yeah, it looks great.
It looks good. So it kind of covers up the hole that's there. So I got one side that says Hop Shop, and I got one side that's blank. It's up to you which side you want to put there. You can put the blank side in the front, Hop Shop in the back. You can put your own logo or your own whatever on the blank side. And that's pretty much what it's for. It's a belly wrap. That's what we're going to call it.
I like that.
Yeah.
So these are something that you don't have out yet, but they're going to come out.
I don't have them out yet.
Okay.
But they'll be out soon.
Okay. So
they'll be out soon. I got the testers testing them.
Okay.
So, you know, you got to have them tested before they go out. I got to make sure, you know.
Do you have an ETA for them, or just kind of waiting until you get some feedback? And
I'm just waiting for the feedback.
Okay.
That's all.
So it's something that nobody's really seen yet?
Nah, not really.
All right, cool.
No,
cool.
not yet.
I like that.
So
that's legit.
Yeah, it's the first over here.
Yeah.
Yeah. And my powder coating, that's the first over here too.
Oh, powder coating. All right. You got examples of that?
Oh yeah, the red car was powder coated.
Oh yeah, the red cat or the red car. Yeah.
Here, I can bring another one. Look.
Yeah.
I got it.
So you see here, this is the one with the Hop Shop logo, and then you got the one behind it that's blank. You can put your own logo or just keep it blank. First, right there. So this one here is powder coated white. Looks like
this one's powder coated white.
These things are dark, so you're not trying to see through them.
Can't see nothing. So yeah, the powder coat. So what I'm gonna do this year? What I'm gonna do this year is I'm gonna put out rolling chassis. Okay. So pretty much everything's gonna be there, the front end kit, rear kit. Everything's gonna be on it already. All you got to do is take your chassis, put it on top, and put your electronics on it. So everything is gonna be done. You know, these are gonna be limited because I'm building them myself. So, you know, when you see them out there, but yeah, I'm a powder coat. This is the only way you're gonna get the powder coat too, because I'm not just gonna powder coat parts. I'm just gonna make rolling chassis with the powder coat on them.
So an electrician, welder, powder coating.
Man,
oh, so many things.
Man, I'm good with my hands. That's it. Now take me to history class. Now you know I might do bad there, but I can pretty much build a lot of stuff. I'm pretty handy.
So it's just gonna be the chassis, nothing with the wheels.
No, it's gonna be a rolling chassis. So I'm gonna throw the wheels
will be accented with the chassis.
Yep.
Now, is this something that somebody be able to order like custom, or are you just gonna put out colors that you like?
I'm just gonna put out colors that I like, because
that's something that's probably like a lot of guys do, red, blue, you know, something like that.
Right.
Kind of, you know,
like that.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't really want to do custom because
then it gets too crazy, and you're getting orders. You get back ordered for like 2 years or something.
I don't want to do that. I don't want to be that guy.
Yeah. So, you don't be that guy.
So whatever I come up with, if you like it, you get it. If you don't, wait till the next time. Yep. You know, that's how it's gonna be.
So limited runs.
Limited runs.
I like that.
Yep.
That's cool.
And yeah, everything's gonna be already done for you. So
you gonna autograph these?
You know,
you should put like a little insignia or something
I'm trying to figure out some kind of certified little sticker that I can put on there.
You should.
You know, but cool. I feel like the powder coating makes it certified enough.
Yeah, it does.
You know, like all
it
the
is going to come with your parts on it, right?
Yeah, it's going to come with the parts. So yeah, you know, and these are pretty much all my parts. Like, I'm not the electronics guy. You know, I definitely mess with jevries and the servos. Those are the business. Super pumps on everything. Yeah, these are gonna be limited, and they're gonna come with servos.
Oh, they're gonna come with servos.
They're gonna come with the front 2 servos.
Now the stock servos, like out of the Redcats, or which servos?
No, they're pretty sure they're all gonna come with like some super pumps or something like that. When you get these, I want you to be able to. I want you to be ready.
I like that.
So, what they're gonna have to learn is, you know, a lot of guys don't like to learn, but endpoints. That's a major thing. You got to learn those endpoints. You learn those endpoints, you'll be able to do a lot. And they're not even that hard. So yeah, powder coating, rolling chassis, with the rims.
Now the wheels on here, what brand are these?
Jevries.
Jevries, okay.
Yep, True 13.
So you got Jevries, you got more than likely super pumps, you got your coating on it, you got the rolling chassis, and then you have your parts installed, front end everything.
Already.
What do you think price point on this would be? Have you thought about that?
Nah, not really. I'm still thinking. I'm still thinking about the price.
I mean, looking at it, thinking about it, it's going to be, you know, a good amount, but it's going to be something that you probably would have already spent just for a base, but you're getting something that's custom.
Right,
you know?
Right.
So of course you're going to pay a little more of a premium for that.
Just a little bit more. It's not going to, you know.
And I like that. Yeah.
The price, you guys know how much everything costs. You guys know how much a servo is and how much these parts cost. So,
and if they don't know, it's easy to do some research to see.
That's it.
Yep.
That's it. Just do some homework.
Yep.
And everybody should do a little homework in the first place. Like I tell guys, you can go on the Redcat and it's a search bar up there, and everything that you want to know has already been asked.
Yeah.
It's a search bar up there. You can just ask that, and it'll let you know. But this year, I think I'm gonna work a little bit on the G bodies.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm gonna work a little bit on the G bodies. Get the kit to fit right on the G bodies. I'm not gonna use the G body frame though. I'm sorry, everybody. I'm sorry. We're gonna have to use the 6.4 frame. No G body. But you're gonna have to learn how to cut that frame.
And these chassis you're coming out with just for the 64, the 64, 63, 65 ones that.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. But I would like to come out with the ones for the MC.
Yeah.
But like, what I want people to understand is I'm not gonna make them for the MC frame.
You're gonna base it off of this.
They're still gonna be based off of this frame, which to put on the MC, all you gotta do is cut about that much out, and they fit right on the MC. So this is a better chassis for the MC. If you want it to be a hopper, this is a way better chassis for it. And I'm not gonna go and work on that MC chassis, and it's not the best. So I'm gonna stick with the best.
Yep. That's good. That's good. No, I like that. That's they're beautiful. The red one you first pulled out, like I said, is awesome. And then when you first told me originally before we started, I was like, oh, that's legit. You can do that. I didn't realize you're putting everything. I just thought you were doing the chassis. That's cool. I mean, if somebody like me, like we're building the Monte Carlo, right? You know, like me and Tony, he's been working on it, and I have it in pieces right now. But I've been wanting to do a 64 because my daughter, when she went to the Las Vegas Super Show, she won an interior for her blue Impala from King's. What's the guy's? I forget the guy's name. I had to look it up. King something. Well, he does interiors. You know who I'm talking about? Kingpin. Is there a guy?
Kingpin. Monetized.
Yeah. So he does custom interiors.
He does some dope stuff.
Yeah. So
he does beat too.
Okay.
Yeah.
My daughter won a $300 certificate to get a custom interior for her car, and she keeps bugging me. When are we gonna do it? When are we gonna do it? We just haven't decided we want to do with her car. If we want to do it hopper, we want to do whatever. But since you have this kit, I might just wait for you to come out with it and just buy this, put her body on there, put that interior in there, and we're done.
Pick your color chassis you want to throw.
Probably do blue. Keep it blue with her. I imagine you'll probably do a blue or something solid.
Oh yeah, I got a blue coming, right?
Yeah. So we'll do the blue to match her blue body. That'd be legit. I like that.
What color blue?
It's like the candy blue or something.
Candy blue.
I think.
Darker or lighter?
I'll have to show you a picture. It's whatever the candy blue is that they have stock.
Oh, the stock. Okay. Yeah. So I'm trying to do that color.
Yeah, if you can do that, I'll just get one of these and I'll go do.
And orange. I'm doing orange too.
Yeah, the orange is nice. Yeah. I was thinking about getting that one too, but I have too many expensive hobbies.
So
between pistols and cars,
that's an expensive hobby.
And little Raptor pieces, and I already stopped modifying my real truck, so I had to stop.
Yeah, I got the real cars. The real cars are expensive. Man.
Do you? Let me ask you this.
I have
I don't want to be controversial too much, but let me ask you: do you have a hopper, a lowrider?
I have 82 Cutlass,
and it hops.
It's not there yet.
Okay, but it's does.
A full frame wrap. Yeah, that setup is expensive, brother. That setup is expensive. So right now, no, it's not hopping. It's just sitting there, fully frame wrapped. It's got the Cadillac A-arms in the front. It's ready. It's ready. But right now, I'm looking for a painter for it. I need somebody to paint it before I finish it. And you'll see it this year, though. You'll see it. It'll be. Give me about 4 or 5 months. You'll see it. I'll be at the shows with it. Yeah. So painters are hard to find nowadays. That's the problem. And
I'm not too crazy in like super custom stuff like that you see in the lowrider scene or just any scene, right? You go to SEMA, you see all these crazy cars. Like I had a 2005 Subaru STI, like the blob eye. And man, I sent the thing to paint. I put a wide body on it, and I wanted to do like that Nardo gray because like years ago, Nardo gray was like the biggest thing. So I wanted to get that gray color.
Yeah.
That thing sat in the shop for like ever. I waited like probably 6 to 7 months for it, and people would be telling me like, "Oh, that's nothing."
That's it.
Yeah, exactly.
6 to 7 months.
I was dying for 6 to 7 months.
Really?
And then when I heard stories of people would take it to a good painter, like, oh man. So then I was thinking, man, I guess my guy wasn't that good. He didn't take 2 years for my car.
I still got a 1965 Mustang. And it was at the paint for 5 years.
Oh, man. Yeah.
5 years at the paint store.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Boy, I got some stories I could tell about that.
There's stories. I had a 2003 Toyota Celica, and I had some guys in town. It was just a everyday driver. And I had these guys in town who said, hey, we're going to work on your car, put a wide body on it. So I did the wide body. And then I had like a custom sound system done with had screens in the Lamborghini doors and screens in the roof and in the back. I had a custom fiberglass box in the back. And so I take it to paint. These guys are painting it. They're like, hey, let's do this color on it because we can take your car to SEMA next year. So I took it like in probably December. Didn't make it to SEMA that November. So it stayed all the way almost the entire year. And then we're coming up to like mid the following year, and I never got my car back. So I ended up keeping it. I didn't have my car for 2 years. But they didn't go to SEMA. right? But I didn't have my car for 2 years, and I was like, guys, I just wanted a paint job, but they took it to a crazy level. It was purple, wide body.
It came out nice?
Came out nice.
Okay.
I didn't keep it that long after. That's the thing with these cars, when you get them worked on. In my experience, like the guy who bought my Subaru, he, again, bought it 2 years ago. It's been in paint for 2 years. He got it back. He's wanting to sell it. When I got my Celica back, I kept it, and then I sold it. I lost the fun in it.
I keep every car.
Yeah, no. I
don't sell nothing. Man, I keep everything. Yeah. I've had that Mustang I had since I was 16. Oh, no, yeah. I probably had it when I was 15.
But those are iconic. Like my wife and I had a 70 Chevelle, and the only reason we sold it is because, we never drove it, and I feel like the car needed to be driven. It was a nice car. It wasn't an SS. It was a regular. It was a Malibu Chevelle.
Why didn't you drive it?
I drove it. It's just it needed work, and with the business side, it's just kind of sad. I take it to shows. It just,
man.
I know. We'll get another one.
Man.
I'm looking at the 54 Chevys.
You sold it.
Yeah, we sold it.
How much you sell it for?
And we don't need to talk about that.
Okay.
Yeah, but we bought I want to get a 54 Chevy pickup.
Okay, that'll be nice.
My dad and I had one of those when I was young. I worked on it in high school, and then I forget why we don't have it anymore, but we don't. So I've been looking for one of those. And the thing is with these trucks, in like the real world, like these C10s and these 70s and stuff, like you can get one for like I think my dad bought his body for like with everything for like $900 decades ago. Now you look for one of those trucks that doesn't drive, that's been sitting for like 20 years. They're like, oh yeah, I want like $25,000 for it. And you're like, for a C10 just sitting there?
Prices of everything
crazy.
Went crazy. My dad has a 55 F100.
Okay.
Oh, it's nice. I love that. That's my favorite vehicle in the world. He chopped the top and widened the fenders, and I used to drive that one. Sorry, Pops. I used to steal that one when I was like 15 and drive it around the neighborhood. But I had a lot of fun in that truck. Still got it.
That's good.
Still got that truck. Yeah, Pops is like me. He don't sell stuff either.
Yeah, if I didn't sell stuff, I'd have a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
I have to sell some things. My cousin, that makes sense. So my cousin, for whatever reason, he buys like these early 2000 like Yukons and Chevy Silverados, and and I first saw him, he had a yellow one like his dad had, and then he had a Yukon. He had an Escalade the same year. I went to go visit him. He had like 3 of them parked outside, and I was like, okay, he kept them. His wife has one. He has one. We have an extra one, part for parts, whatever. Then they have a newer Escalade of the same body style, but he still had the other 3, and he had 4. And then in the back he had another one. He just collects his.
Well, I guess he would never need parts.
No, but he doesn't sell them. Probably for the same reason. He's like, no, I'm not going to sell it. I have an 03 Yukon. Like I said, I love everything. I have my Raptor. We have Yukon. We had a Subaru. I love everything. But I have an 03 Yukon. I can see where it comes from because that truck has almost 300,000 miles. And it's going strong. No transmission issues. Now, it has a little oil leak that we're working on. But other than that, that thing's beautiful. Still looks okay from the outside.
I have a 2001 Suburban with like 300-something thousand miles on it. I retired it, but it still works. It's still pushing it. I think if I got in it right now, we can go to Vegas and back, no problem.
Yeah. I've driven mine to Vegas for SHOT Show. We pulled a trailer to SHOT Show, went back to Bakersfield, no problem. That thing's I can't even think if it had any major. I shouldn't say that because something's gonna happen, but I still drive that thing.
Hey, the only thing bad about it is my gas mileage.
That is true.
That's it.
Yeah.
Other than that, that thing pushes.
So bring it back. So we see what you got coming out. We have all that. So one thing, was there anything else? I mean, anything you want to ask me? Anything else you want to talk about? Because I'm going to kind of wind it down a little bit. But anything that you want to put out there that you this is your first podcast. Anything you want to tell anybody?
This is my first podcast.
Anything you want to put out in the world that hey, this was brought up before and I needed to say this because if I don't, you're not gonna like what anything like that. Just let it out. Let your feelings out.
Y'all don't want to hear my feelings. Y'all don't want to hear that. Yeah, no, I'll start some stuff. So no
worries. So when I first started doing, like I said, I told you earlier, my page, I was focused more of like motivational stuff, right? And so I had this thing that I was going to do with my brand, Work Hard Supply Co. was what is your why? And I was going to make a whole shirt, and I was going to talk to people, and I was going to ask them, what is it? What's your why? What is it? Why is it that you do what you do? So I figured that when I end a podcast, I'm going to ask whoever I'm talking to, what is your why? You have RC Hop Shop. You do all these things. You're, do all these trades, and you have all this experience. You come out with a new product. You obviously do it for a reason. So what is the reason that you do all this for? Is there a person, yourself, like family? What's your why?
Why? Hopefully one day I'll be able to make some money and pay off a house and leave it to my kids. That's the why. And that's the plan. That's it right there.
Cool.
But as far as like right now, like why I do it, like not the long run, but the short haul. I do it because I like having fun, and I like seeing other people out there hopping right along with me. You may not be me, but you're hopping right next to me or something. You know what I mean? But yeah, I want everybody to be able to experience the little just hopping. I mean, it's pretty fun. I mean, that's what you go to the hops for. You go to see lowrider shows. You want to see the hop. You want to see the hop off. All the lay and play is cool, but at the end of the day, everybody want to see that hop off. So I wanted to make it so everybody can actually get off the ground.
Yeah.
And where they take it from there, that's on them. But we can get you pretty high, and then if you can go more than that, then that's on you. And come on out and let's hop.
Yep.
That's it.
Well, it looks like 2025. You're gonna have some good stuff out there to get somebody started. From the get go with these chassis, with
From
your
the
parts,
get-go.
with everything that you offer. What are you? I know you said your marketing and all that, and I'm not to say that right now with this. Oh, you're gonna get like a lot of follows, but this is gonna be. I don't ever plan on taking this down. This will be on YouTube. This will be a
Nice.
legacy, something if you were to have, if you have kids or not, that they watch and say, hey, this is, a story
Trick
that
pops out on this first podcast.
yeah, this is a story that you say, hey, why did he do this? What was his, ideas and plans? So do you have any social media or anything like that somebody can go follow you?
Bradley Willis 77 on Facebook and Instagram. rchopshop on Instagram and Facebook. That's about it.
Yeah.
rchopshop.com. Come by and visit us.
We're gonna get some cool clips here in a little bit. We'll do some cool reels for you. We'll share that, and then we have that hat there for you. So for our podcast going forward, we're gonna do. This is a hat that we're gonna come out with just in general. It's gonna have our logo on it for Work Hard RC, which is a spinoff of our Work Hard Supply Co brand.
Nice.
Now this particular one has a gold embroidery on the RC. That's gonna be very specific to the podcast. So anybody who's on the podcast who's a guest will have that hat with the gold insignia. I told you the story before.
Oh, so this is the VIP hat.
That's the VIP hat.
Yeah,
that'll only be
I like
limited.
that.
So let's say in my run I do 100 podcasts or more. It'll only be 100 of them or however many I do. That idea came from a guy named John Bartolo. He did podcasts in like the tactical gun world. I became decent friends with him probably 2 years before he passed away, and that was one of the things he did. He gave me some other advice to, something I even see that you kind of do that I guess I can kind of tell you that when you're putting out a product, you want to put something out that's special, that is an experience, right?
Yeah.
So maybe it's something you didn't think about, but when I look at your product and I see it sitting here on the table and I see it here with the red and the thought that you put into it, you are giving an experience to somebody because they're getting something that's custom. They're getting something that you put the effort in, and they're getting something they can put into their car and make it their own.
Right.
So that experience that they have would be something that they have to maybe stress out about. They have to spend all this money for. They have to tinker with. Well, now they can get that experience out of the box per se with this and ready to go. So that's really cool that you're doing that. And like I said, that hat is a something I picked up like a legacy of his. You may not know who he is, and if somebody's listening to know who he is, they can relate to it. But that guy was a pretty cool guy, and that idea came from him. So every podcast going forward will have that hat. And whether you wear it or you don't, or you keep it or not, that's something that I just wanted to give to you so that you know, hey, this is something special that I was in this podcast. And being your first, there it is.
That is awesome. I love it. I appreciate it. VIP right there. Look at that. See the gold? Bling, bling. Yeah.
So thank you for coming on. Anytime I'm out here again, I'll hit you up. If you want to follow up on anything, we can do a short podcast. If you want to do some videos, we can do that. If you want to get together, do some videos, do some, just some reels or whatever, we can do that. But, thank you for coming on. Thank you for taking the time.
No problem.
We'll talk to you next time. Obviously, we'll be in touch. So
all right.
Thank you.
No problem, man. Thank you for having me, and peace. I guess that wasn't that bad.